Hey everyone, and welcome to tonight's giveaway. I know I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I just totally collapsed after the day and wasn't able to get to it. But I have all your names loaded in, and thank you so much for being willing to test out my cognitive biases resource. This is a brand new one. It's where you're going. I was really, I guess, inspired to do this because I read Psychology of Money and Thinking Fast and Slow, which Thinking Fast and Slow, hard book at times. I actually really enjoyed the audiobook version where the author was narrating himself. I feel like it was easier to understand it when I heard someone speaking it out. But talking about cognitive biases, the fast brain, the slow brain, how it impacts us as humans, and then in particular, how it impacts us with our money. And I feel like it's such an interesting conversation, but there's so much. Like you could do an entire class on psychology related to money. I mean, we have psychology classes. So I figured the best way to do this was going to be to divide and conquer. So give each student their own bias to look at, and then have them create an educational resource from that. So we're going to create three resources. There's a bulletin board, there is a PowerPoint, or not PowerPoint, Google Slides presentation, and then there's also going to be the social media video, which could be their final product as well. Hopefully you've seen me posting a couple of those myself on my social media channels the past few weeks as I'm trying to create examples for students, and then also I'm just kind of diving into it myself, and I enjoy sharing that information with others. But yeah, you got your bulletin board, the presentation video, and it comes with a document to help kind of guide students through this. And they're going to find all their information in one source, and it's called the Decision Lab. They do a really nice job of just kind of spelling out the different biases with enough information to go deep, but also to get the gist of it without getting too way down in the techie terms and stuff like that. So I do think it's going to be a fun resource, and we've done the bulletin board with my students, and I'm looking forward to doing the other parts next time I do this. So I appreciate you guys being testers for it. All right, I promised 10 testers. I have 25 entries, so your odds are great. So let me start spinning because I know it's going to take a while. But yeah, it's always great when I have you guys willing to test. So I'm looking for you to use it. Do at least one of those final products, and once you do that, can you please share the final product with me, and ideally on social media as well? It's really what I'm looking for in exchange for free access to the resource is your feedback on how it goes, and then also just help me promote it to other teachers to see if it's something that they might be interested in using. I'm not looking for anyone to become a salesperson anyway. Just kind of get the word out there that it's available if people want it. All right, that's two. I think it was MK was the first one, and Kayla, I'm guessing, or Kala. But yeah, as you use this with your students, I think it's a nice one-day activity to do. You can kind of throw it anywhere into your curriculum, but I find that when I have a day where maybe I'm at the end of a unit and it's a Friday and I just need something to kind of get me to the weekend, it's a good time to bring this project in. If you're doing a consumer skills unit, good time to do it. If you're doing a marketing or a business project, also a cool time to do it. Because when we think about it, so many of these biases are used by marketers to us, or we come across them on a daily basis through other businesses' marketing. All right, that is five. So we got five more to go. Okay, four more to go. And if you have any issues using this resource, please do let me know. I'm pretty confident in it because I have done it with my students already, and I'm the additional parts like the presentation and the social media video are newer parts that I haven't got to try with my students yet. But I've done similar projects with other activities, so I feel like I've got it down at this point. It should work, but I always like having testers regardless. Those. And if being a product tester is something you really like, I am looking for potentially adding some brand ambassadors to the Fi Educator world. So like every time I come out with a new project, that I have my trusted people I can go to that will be able to use it in a personal finance classroom, um, and will report back on what they did, and then also share it on social media. I'm looking for those reliable people for sure, and I would love to send you lots of free stuff, basically. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know, and I would love to potentially try that out at some point. All right, I think that is my 10 actually. Yes, I got 10. So MK Kala, Roland, Nikki, Chelsea, Liza or Lisa, Katie, Rose, Kelly, and Regina. Thank you guys so much for being willing to be a tester. I will reach out to you via separate email so that you get your product. If you weren't picked out, thank you again so much for being willing to try it out. If you are interested in the resource, you can find it on Teachers Pay Teachers. It's only $6, so it's going to save you hours and hours of time in terms of planning and coming up with a resource. So hopefully you feel like that's still a great exchange of value for you. That's always my goal, is that it's like a heavily one-side exchange of value for you versus me, and you're getting a really great resource out of it that gets students excited, engaged, and educated when it comes to personal finance. So thank you very much for being here with me tonight, and I'll talk to you all very soon.